I can't believe what I'm hearing. I literally can't. Hey everyone, how's it going? Hope you're doing great. I am, because I really want to check this album out. We got Breach by 21 Pilots. For those of you that are new here, my name is Jacob Williams. I am a professional music producer and composer. This is their newest album. I'm a little late to the party. I think this came out like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. Everyone's been checking it out. I admittedly haven't heard any of the singles from it because I've just been so busy with work and I've been wanting to check it out. But since I kind of assumed that when the contract dropped that this was going to be an album that 21 Pilots was coming out with, I was like, I'm going to wait. I'm going to be a good boy and I'm going to wait for the full album to come out so I can get the full experience and so I can share it with you guys. I've been putting this off because we've had a couple of things in circulation that we wanted to cover on this channel, and this is kind of a video I'm doing for me, and I want to take you guys along the journey with me because I really want to check this out and kind of see what it's all about. My history with this band runs very deep, so I am, I guess, what you could consider a 21 Pilots fan. They're not like my favorite band on the whole planet, but I think they are one of my favorite groups to come out of the 2010s. So would I put them in my top 10? Not really, but I would put them in my top 20 musical acts, bands, artists, musicians, whatever you want to classify them as. I would put them probably in my top 20 favorite artists and bands of all time. I love how creative Tyler Joseph is. I love how great of a drummer Josh Dunn is. I think they're an amazing duo, and I think they put on a great show, and they've made great music. To get into sort of my history with this band, I got into them a little bit later, like kind of not when Vessel came out. That's when I started hearing about them, was when Vessel came out, but I would say probably a little bit after that. Like 2014, 2015 is when I really started listening. They were kind of one of those bands where everyone was listening to them and I was just like, really? Another popular band? And I kind of had this weird like sort of like hipster mentality with it where I was like, well, if they're popular and everybody likes them, I don't want to like them. And I ended up hearing Migraine one day because it just stumbled across my YouTube feed and I fell in love with it and thought it was an amazing song. It is still one of my favorite songs from the band. And I think shortly after that, they started prepping promo and singles for Blurryface, which, I mean, if they were already developing a pretty good following before Blurryface just totally brought them into mainstream sort of stardom in the alternative community and kind of made them the face of alternative pop, alternative rock, indie pop in a way, like at least for a while, even with follow-up albums years later like Trench and an album that I kind of have a soft spot for, Scaled and Icy. I do really like that album. I like some of the songs on it, even though it was kind of a deviation from the sound and the narrative that 21 Pilots have been developing. And Clancy came out last year, which was a sequel to Trench, I believe, when it comes to narratives and storyline. And I'm assuming this follows up the narrative of Clancy. Quick disclaimer before we go into this. I am strictly going to be listening to this from a musical standpoint. I'm going to be dissecting some of the musical things that are happening here and what is making it amusing to my ears. I'm not super educated on the world of Trench, like the lore and the storyline that Tyler has written for these songs and for the albums. I'm not, like, I haven't dove into the rabbit hole. I don't know what all that means, but I do really like the songs. I mean, this is one of those bands, kind of like Linkin Park and Panic at the Disco, where they've just kind of been a soundtrack to my life, so to speak. So I'm staying caught up with it. I'm really excited to check this out. Let's get a quick shout out to our patrons. Thank you so much for your support for this channel. I am so grateful to have you guys be a strong pillar of our wonderful community here. Let's just go for it. Let me plug in here and get the show on the road. Let's go right into track 1, City Walls. So I want to further emphasize this video might be a little different than my other videos that I do on this channel because I do have a personal history with this band and I know a decent amount about them. I remember when they were kind of like a keyboard pop band. Like there weren't any really guitar instruments in their music. They didn't really associate with it. They used ukulele, but later in their career, Tyler learned how to play bass and I think did a little bit of guitar starting with Scaled and Icy. So far, I'm getting very alternative rock vibes from this. It's very deep set. All right, guys. So this is kind of interesting. We have like these little reverse samples of what's going on, transitioning us into the next part of the song. And aside from that, such a unique sound set. So you have this gritty alternative rock thing going on, and then these electronica influence things happening below it with the different vocal chops and the different, like, there's like pads underneath it, which I know they were prone to doing starting with their sound on Trench. And I'd say even before that, they've always had electronic elements in their music. I ain't surprised. I'm also really cognizant of the strange guitar thing going on there. Is that an acoustic guitar? Is that an electric? I can't even really tell you what that is. It sounds very dry. It doesn't sound very wet. It doesn't sound like it has a lot of effects on it. It's pretty raw. Good melody right there.
Take your right, throw a left. Pair up with me, I'ma take you right to the chest. Warpath etched in the surface. Lines of the yellow tape, they're moving quiet like a serpentine in a formation. Buddy, that's my team, pretty impatient. Now they're waiting on me. It might be the furthest we've reached. Now move it up, it's a breach.
I feel like ever since Trench came out, Tyler will go back to doing the Levitate rap. Like, he'll imitate the style of Levitate, which is such an amazing song, by the way. Like, I feel like Levitate is one of their best songs, even though it's so short and it's so different than the rest of their discography. I feel like this flow is kind of an homage back to that rhythm, because I can almost picture it, right? Or maybe even overcompensate a little bit. I'm hearing a little bit of that too, just that kind of reggae styled, like kind of swingy, like rhythm that he's doing with the rap vocals. Did you guys hear what he was doing with his voice right there? So he went from sort of his normal like chest voice right into this like really powerful fry just for one note. And that adds so much like dynamic to it. It actually, now that I'm thinking about it, he did that fry right when that vocal chop goes up, it went with that, the very high like vocal chop part, or the vocalization in the background. Okay. Feels like a Mellotron, kind of. Like, it feels very old-timey, where like just a thing about as big as this thing. It's just playing alongside the band. Interesting choice. Not sure how I feel about it, but maybe in time it'll grow on me.
Can come to you, tell me when. Pair up with me, I can run on you. In the end, I write a promise in pencil, but my loyalty's in pen. Use a mistake as a crooked stencil, then we trace it back again. From the mainland to the island of violence, it was the same plan for a while. Decided to send me up and rip you out of your seat. You see, in a city with no entrance, there is not a retreat. I'm wondering what you thought.
Two things. I love that Josh is drumming on the offbeat, and Tyler is still performing to like what the click track would be, which is like the 1, 2, 3, 4 on the off. Like, they're like pa, pa, pa. And another thing, that drum processing was incredible. That was a nice like compression saturation combo with like a low cut EQ thing.
Thought it would be, was this a side swipe, but did you picture this in a dream? Buckle down, this is possibly the furthest we've reached. Now move it up, it's a breach.
Those little vocal repeats right there, the little stutters. Here's kind of like an anti-hot take, right? Because I feel like hot takes are usually meant to be controversial, but I'm going to give you guys one. And I'm calling it an anti-hot take because it's a positive thing. This band does not miss with their hooks. When they write like chorus lines, and I've noticed this throughout their whole career, when they write specifically the chorus of the song, you can say whatever you want about the verses. I know that some of their verses are hit and miss. I even have some moments of my own where I would look at a 21 Pilots song and be like, yeah, maybe they made a choice there that wasn't that great. Like, I think the bridge on Choker comes to mind. I wasn't too huge on that. And then Legend in particular just kind of took some time to grow on me a little bit. The choruses in 21 Pilot songs are always top tier. They make them so catchy and hit just all the right spots of a melody. I don't know how they do it. There's our little Mellotron friend. I love that. The more I've heard it.
My smile wraps around my head, splitting it in two. I don't have a clue how I can keep the top half blue.
Is anyone else getting kind of older 21 Pilots vibes from this bridge? Because I am. I mean, it feels more like Vessel or a little bit more like Blurry Face. You know, it feels like he's kind of going back to that poetic, like root, like piano and vocal thing.
My smile wraps around my head, splitting it in two. I don't have a clue how I can keep
There's more vocals being added by the minute here, or I should say by the bar. Hold on, guys. Yes! Oh my God, I saw it coming. Wow, oh my God. You guys. So here's how I'm gonna phrase this. Those of you who are 21 Pilots fans and who have followed them for a while or know a decent amount of their music know why I'm literally freaking out or why I think that's just such a cool thing that they did right there. Those of you who aren't 21 Pilots fans, I'll roughly explain it. So I've always loved this particular part of a 21 Pilots song. It's one of their singles off of Vessel. It's called Holding On to You. And there's this really awesome, like, screamy part that Tyler does, like, towards the end of it, like, kind of leading into the last chorus. And he says the words, "Entertain my faith." And this was a direct callback to that, especially with the buildup and the way that they were leading into it. I couldn't even process the musical elements, but I did hear that synth come in from the intro. I did hear a lot of cool vocal processing on Tyler's like mixed voice and how he was just going in to that fry coated mixed belt thing. with the screams in the background. It was just such a nice uh mix of what makes 21 Pilots just amazing. Like, I don't know, like, and not only that, but we had, I mean, even just that callback alone, just, it's funny. Wasn't I just saying this sounds like 21 Pilots roots? Was I not just saying that? Like, it sounds like some of their older material, and then we get a callback to their older material. That's just incredible. So if I was expecting any callbacks or any sort of references to older songs, I would have expected them from Trench onward, because that's kind of when the narrative of Trench kind of started happening. Let's move on to track 2, guys. Ooh. Little panned, little scream sample up there. This is kind of like their like little indie groove thing that they throw in a lot of their songs. And I'm really liking how tight the drum line is. I mean, Josh never disappoints, but it serves its purpose. That's another thing I wanted to bring up here, because I had a feeling we would encounter it on this album. When 21 Pilots goes to make a song, the instruments are never like too dramatic or like too drawn out. They don't overstay their welcome. They're very good at making everything in the song feel like it has a purpose. And I think that's something worth noting, because even right here, there's not too much going on. There's enough in each frequency space to keep you like good with the mix, and as for you as the listener to sort of sit with whatever story is being told to you right now.
Not stupid. You've met my fears, they're all regulars. Wait, who's the new kid? You know what kills me? Not getting stronger. And now I can't seem to sit still any longer. Raw film.
Okay, I'm getting it now. So this is, yeah. Do you hear that keyboard stack coming up? So we started off with like a simple layer. Then we got like this distorted kind of like whirly layer kind of on top of it, doing a different rhythm. And then it went higher up with Tyler's vocals. As Tyler was performing higher and higher and higher, we had this other keyboard thing kind of going with it, kind of changing its dynamic flow to match the energy going on here.
Sounds of empty oozes. Life is just forever nipping hills, never slowing down. Raw fear moves me. Sounds of empty oozes. Life is just forever gripping feels, never slowing down.
We get some indie electronic here, man. Yeah, okay, great. I love that little minimal synth lead just peeking in and out. It doesn't overstay its welcome, like I was just mentioning. It comes in and it goes back out, and then those vocal chops just kind of invading the headphone space, but not like too much. It just comes in at the right time. Honestly, it's a feeling thing, and you have to kind of nurture that feeling and sort of work on it over time. I remember some of my earliest productions, I would overcompensate my mix. I would just throw layers in there just to throw them in. Or the worst thing I could do was throw layers in my song because that's just what other people did. Eventually, I kind of learned that whether I'm making something for myself or I'm making something for a client, you really just have to like think about what the song needs critically. And then as you're working on it, if it feels like it's too much, it's too much. Take some stuff out. If it feels like it needs a little something, put something in there. It's literally just a feeling thing.
Sounds of empty oozes. Life is just forever gripping feels, never slowing down. Never slowing down.
So in the beginning, we had what was called syncopated rhythms, where the kick drum and the snare drum hit at different times than the riff or the bass line or whatever's in the song.
Learning all that really matters is a slow and painful lesson. It is not pass or fail, but a poisonous progression. Try to but you'll never ever get it. And I go, what's the matter? Isn't how I wish her parents would stop yelling. I could build a tower with the times I was pretending. Try to microdose to immunity, but I'll never see the ending. And I go, what's the matter? Isn't helping. You go.
With these like hi-hat things that Josh is doing, there's like some ticky synth. I know I say that a lot on this channel, but that's like what it is. That's what my ear hears it as. It's like a ticky synth thing kind of going like this, just sort of rising up in the mix.
I wish your parents would stop yelling. You know it scares me. No, I'm stupid. And you go, wait, who's the new kid? And you go, not getting stronger. And now I can't seem to sit still any longer. Raw fear moves me. Sounds of empty Uzis. Life.
Wait, hold up. So two things. We had that straightforward rhythm and then a stop, so like a refrain, and then the drum fill brought us back to that swingy, like dancey, syncopated rhythm that we were doing before. And on top of that, I just realized something. Verse 2 was kind of like this big long bridge. Like a big long bridge pre-chorus. This doesn't have your typical like verse, chorus, bridge, chorus. Verse 2 was kind of the bridge, I think, right? Like, I don't think I remember hearing. Yeah, I don't think we got two verses. I think it literally went verse, chorus, B section, which could be a bridge or a pre-chorus or a big verse 2 that just sounds different. And then now we're leading into chorus 2, almost at the end of the song. So kind of a unique little arrangement, like song section arrangement that we got going on here.
Forever nipping heels, never slowing down. Raw fear moves me. Sounds of empty Uzis. Life is just forever gripping feels, never slowing down. Raw fear moves me. Sounds of empty Uzis. Life is just forever nipping heels, never slowing down.
I like that synth lead coming in. I'm liking just the overall versatility on here. I love that this, not just from an aesthetic standpoint, but also from a sound standpoint, literally feels like Clancy 2. Like it's got a lot of similar aesthetics. Like I can hear a little bit of Last Semester. I can hear a little bit of Backslide. I can hear a little bit of some of those other songs that I really, really like. I mean, I love the whole album. I mean, I'm telling you guys, this band does not miss. I have not heard a single 21 Pilots album that has like bored me or I've been like, oh gosh. Yeah, that was great. That felt like a track 2.
I remember thinking, oh, this song is number 9. This feels like a number 9 song.
Let's move on to track 3, which is Drum Show. And I think this was the second single. Yeah, I think it went the Contract, Drum Show, and then City Wall. I mean, you could just look at the play count to find that out, right? But I think this was the second single. Let's go right into it. Last Semester vibes.
Putting on a drum show. Now they have to let you out of your cage. Feeling stuck between a rock and a home. Two places you do not want to go. He's putting on a drum show. Even now, he'll take the longer way home. Even now, he'll never ever say so. He drives fast as
Oh my gosh.
he drives slow if his song's not over. Drown it out.
So one thing I've always loved about 21 Pilots, before we started getting like bass guitar, before we started getting more like rock in their music, right? Because I want to say before Jumpsuit, maybe even a little bit before songs like Polarize and some of the stuff off Blurry Face, they would mostly be like a keyboard pop band with rock and alternative tendencies. So there was always that edge to the band. There was always that like, hey, we got a little bit of grit in our music. Same with the rap influence. There's a lot of rap influence in their stuff. So there's always that, right? They always had the energy there, but they never really put it all into like the rock formula. And I feel like ever since Trench came out, they've just been getting better and better and better at translating those like rock grooves and just like calling back to a lot of that sound from alternative rock and implementing it very well into their music without sacrificing.
Show.
Oh yeah.
Rather feel something than nothing at all, so he swerves all around, up between a rock and a home. Two places he does not want to go. So, he's putting on a drum show. Even now, he'll take the longer way home.
Oh, dude.
Even now, he'll never ever say so. He drives fast just to feel it. He drives slow if his song's not over. Drown it out.
Before we go into the next song section, there were like some like noises tucked away back there. Like I think I heard some keyboards or like some like production bed elements back there, and they were very tucked into the mix. I mean, right now the bass and the drums are like the main stars of the show here right now. But wow, just that like heavy kick, like pop punk, just crazy barrage of. I mean, the title is very fitting to what's going on in this song.
I've been this way. I want to change.
Why does Tyler sound like that?
I've been this way.
That sounds so strange. What is that?
I want to change.
Oh, man. Wow.
He's putting on a drum show. Even now, he'll take the longer way home. Even now.
Oh my goodness.
He drives fast just to feel it. He drives slow if his song's not over. Drown it out.
Oh my God. That was so awesome. That was literally like I said, their most solid like execution of a rock song in their entire discography by far. This was like their best go at it. I mean, I thought Jumpsuit was incredible when that came out. I thought Navigating was great. I thought even Last Semester had a little bit of that Midwest emo like kind of vibe in there, a little bit of that indie rock in there, but it was still very like very like chicken wire bass guitar string type of thing going on there. But I'm gonna look something up really quick. All right, so I looked it up. That's actually Josh doing lead vocals on the bridge right there, which I think is incredible. That's a great choice. I know that he does background vocals for their live shows and their live performances. That'll be fun to do live for sure. This whole song just sounds like it'll rage live for sure. That's definitely a favorite. Let's move on to track 4, Garbage.
I feel like garbage.
Who can relate?
I feel like my systems are operating at 20% or less. I walk you through the numbers. I'll show you nothing's left. Oh.
I kind of like that this is almost taking the Raw Fear sound and just bulking it up more, adding more dynamic to it. It actually feels like a song that would belong on Blurry Face because of the hard-hitting piano chords that are kind of taking the dominant part of this song. And so far I'm liking the chord choices too. It's very classic rock, like it's very kind of sticking to 5 chords. At least that's what I'm hearing. It sounds like it's sticking mostly to 5 chords and maybe add 9 chords and just kind of bouncing between them in just quick succession. Very staccato, like very callback to like classic rock.
I'm biting down on my shirt sleeves. I lash out if you're in arm's reach. I'm so lost, like what is happening? Like, I feel like garbage. I can't decide if I could feel more, or I just knew.
Okay, that's kind of cool. So the beginning was like a hook, and I thought that was going to be the chorus repeated later. So they started to do that, and then instead we got falsetto vocals, a counter melody, and then went right into verse 2 with it. Almost like I feel like Garbage transitions lyrically into what the next part is directly. Kind of an interesting choice.
Bright eye with wonder. Do you know which name it's under? Or less. I walk you through the numbers. I show you nothing's left.
We got a melody change on the pre-chorus.
I'm biting down on my shirt sleeve. I lash out if you're in arm's reach. I'm so lost, like what is happening? Like what is happening?
You guys hear that little guitar pickup right there? That little burn. That was a cool little counter melody to sort of lead us into the next section.
Would you move closer if I grew quieter? Maybe this is you. Maybe you don't fix and you like it like this.
That was kind of cool. Tyler went down into his sort of like choked, more fry heavy, just the kind of quiet, bordering a whisper vocal. Like you're just very quiet, just to sort of rescind the emotion downward before the next part. Hear those little chops back there behind the piano?
I feel like garbage. I feel like garbage.
There's our counter melody coming back. That song had a really cool arrangement. It was different. Like the song sections were a little moved around, kind of like on Draw Fear. We had that like weird, like we didn't even get a second verse. It was just this big bridge. We kind of had some moments like that here, especially with the lyric writing and how the lyrics are arranged. Let's move on to track 5. I really want to hear this song because this song was everywhere when it dropped. I never heard it because I was going to be patient and wait for the album. And I was also just busy with work. So let's make up for lost time with track 5, The Contract. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. 21 Pilots, you got me. I mean, once I hear a breakbeat, once I hear synth leads, once I hear any form of like electronica, especially if it's like more melancholy sounding, more minor key, I'm hooked.
I check the doors, check the windows, and pull the blinds. I check the clock, wondering what he'll pull this time. I have a feeling that necromancer's outside, and I'm just trying to stay quiet.
Oh.
I don't sleep much, that's crazy. How'd you know that? I keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that. Ooh, promises and contracts.
Wow, what a cool use of auto-tune and vocal processing there. I loved that. I literally thought that was great because it's almost used as like a storytelling element or like to add dramatic emphasis to certain parts of the song. I can't believe what I'm hearing. I literally can't. We have like the perfect mix of alt rock, drum and bass, kind of like Lame Boy, so like breakbeat drum and bass stuff. We also got these like electronica synths, vocal chops, effects on Tyler's voice, these really smooth drum performances, this like sliding bass, and now we have like this rap hip hop sort of influence here, and then using auto-tune and vocal modulation as a like way to add drama to a song is so awesome. I'm insecure, and when I sing in my song, I just cake that stuff on there. I literally always just cake my own voice in auto-tune. So it's like, I can imagine how nerve-wracking it is to not only just perform well. I mean, Tyler's a great vocalist. He has nothing to worry about. But like if he is insecure about his voice, like adding some tuning to sort of polish things up. Sure, everyone does that in the music industry with some few exceptions. But like hearing it added in as an effect, as like cranking it up just to add drama to a section and make it just hyped, bring up the energy level is just, wow. This is sports. This is literally like sports for a music producer. You guys got to understand that when someone scores like a really good touchdown or something like that, I mean, I don't watch sports, but if someone does something really awesome in sports, that's what I'm experiencing, but from like a music producer standpoint here. This is incredible. Oh my gosh. Guys, you have to understand, sometimes I have days where I wake up, and I know it's an impossible thought, right? I wake up and I'm like, have I heard everything that music has to offer me? Have I heard every single possible song and type of song that exists? Stuff like this makes me go back to when I had that thought and absolutely just chuck it out the window. Like, no, you can get so creative with music. And I'm literally hearing a prime example of what that looks like in the year 2025. Like this, and I'm biased because I'm a fan. I'm straight up going to be honest. Like, I'm biased because I'm a fan, but also like I am subjective too. Like, I even just listening to this sounds like so many styles really well executed in one. Like, this is like a really great single for this album, I would say. And it love that this bridge is a kind of a come down moment for the musical passages. I'm literally so blown away by what's going on here. I can't even analyze that. I'm literally just like, wow. I mean, I love that the chord progression roughly stays the same. Like, it kind of keeps that melancholy minor thing going, but it's just a nonstop go. I mean, it was literally just energy for like 2 minutes. And again, I don't know how this plays into the whole like Trench Clancy narrative. I know it says something about like wanting to stay inside or wanting to hide from something. I'm going to have to genius this later. But again, once I go down the rabbit hole, I'll post about my opinion.
I check the clock, wonder
The panning. It's so good.
That's crazy. How'd you know that? I'll keep myself up. That's maybe how you know that.
Oh.
Promises and contracts. I used to keep. I didn't say much. That's crazy. How'd you know that? I'll keep myself up. That's maybe how you know that. I used to say.
Oh, so good. What is that? Okay, so I did not expect that to have so many like EDM elements. We had like jungle, we had like drum and bass, breakbeat, glitch in a lot of like the production, almost like this like really heavy like chill step atmosphere with the vocals and how they were processed. Like it was like a big like drum and bass atmosphere. We had this like electro like lead thing at the end. I mean, 21 Pilots have always been spontaneous with like what they play their songs with. Blown away by that song. What a cool single to just start this whole thing off with. That might be one of my new favorite 21 Pilot songs. I'm definitely going to be replaying that a bunch. The chorus was just so catchy. It was very well written. We've had a lot of like in the pocket melodies. As much as I want to keep talking about the contract, we're going to be here all day. Let's move on to track 6, Downstairs. Okay.
You can have both my lungs if you ask me so. 'Cause I wanna be the one after you're out high. I might doubt the process like I doubted the start.
Okay, I needed a moment to sort of dissect what I just heard. So we're going into some of the more down tempo, like more electro pop type of tendencies that 21 Pilots has here. But this feels very unique when put up against the rest of their discography. This feels very spacious. I mean, they've done songs like that before, but what I'm trying to get at is like the atmosphere of it, with Tyler leading with his falsetto range and sort of pushing that more, and also these like plucky little like synth leads just bubbling everywhere and just kind of coming up in and out of the mix. Oh, it's like it's butter. It's
I'm begging no mercy.
oh.
Downstairs, I feel better in the cellar down there. It's some shelter from the weather I wear. All of my heart on my sleeve.
Oh, nice.
I believe and I'm hiding it downstairs. I feel better in the cellar down there. It's some shelter from the weather I wear. All of my heart on my sleeve.
Nice.
Take what I believe and I'm hiding it.
So we got like, really there's one thing I want to address here, but love the mix, love the sound design, love the instruments being used here. It's very 21 Pilots. Now, the thing I do want to talk about is I don't remember what the term is. Okay, you guys have done really good at sort of helping me sort of recall some of my teachings from over the years, but one thing I wanted to talk about is there's like a concept somewhere like where like if you sing the word up, if you make your melody also go up, so like I'm gonna go up Or I'm going to go up. And then if you're going to go down, I'm going to go down. And then you bring it down. What's great about that is like what it does essentially is it plays like a trick on the brain. Like when you sing the word down lower than the notes before it, it has this like weird effect. I don't remember what it's called, but same thing if you say up and it's going up in a note. It's like some weird like woo-woo musical like theory stuff, but essentially hearing downstairs is just really engaging. I don't know why. And just the synths going down with it after having such a very pixelated, nicely put together like intro. The structure of the songs on this album don't mess around, people. They are different. They're going against the grain on some of these pop structures that we're so used to hearing from them.
Like I'm nothing, feeling like I'm run down, was afraid of nothing, now I'm just ashamed. I hide my face from you,
Oh,
so I'm begging no mercy.
oh, nice. Sounds so good.
I'm begging no mercy.
Oh,
Downstairs, I feel better in the cellar down there. It's some shelter from the weather I wear. All of my heart on my sleeve. I'll take what I believe and I'm hiding it. Downstairs, I feel better in the cellar down there. It's some shelter from the weather I wear.
oh,
All of my heart on my sleeve. I'll take what I believe and I'm hiding it.
Tyler is so good at using his vocal break to sort of push out those just loud, screechy vocals. I don't know how he does it. I makes me really want to get a vocal coach because I want to be able to do that stuff one of these days. Like just be able to belt and use my big like full vocal range. Yeah, right. There's no way, dude. Like this guy is an incredible singer. He really is. He's one of the best, in my opinion, out there, at least in the alternative space. Personally, that's just my opinion.
Have I become
Hear those layers
dirty and wretched one?
with the pluck.
Am I unholy then? Have I forced your hand?
Stop. That is so cool. So the little refrain, like pre-chorus thing that we had in this song, the oh mercy, he twisted into mercy and then had it like twang, like progress into a fry scream. Oh, that's incredible. And that totally ups the energy of the song. That's just such a great choice. Oh,
Down there, it's some shelter from the weather I wear. All of my heart on my sleeve. I'll take what I believe and I'm hiding it downstairs. I feel better in the cellar down there.
is this a key change? Why is everything so like filtered? God, they're doing such a good job. This like B section here is so great. I mean, it's technically a bridge, but it's like a repeat of the chorus in a different key. I'm like tripping out. This is like amazing songcraft here. I mean, obviously they've been at it for albums and albums now, but instead of growing stale, they're trying different stuff out. Like they're pushing their sound in like different ways. Like oh my goodness. We also got those counter melodies back there.
You can have all I've made and all I've ever known. You can have both my lungs if you ask
Oh, wow.
To be the one after your own heart. And I might doubt the process like I doubt the start.
Can we talk about how that was essentially like 3 songs in one? So I feel like the first part, we had this really minimal, like indie pop, indie electronic type of thing with all these synthesizers and sounds. And then we had this big, like boom, 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 like noisy alternative with synths kind of thing, like a lot of electro elements in it. And then this last part, I mean, it also had a bunch of hills and valleys to it too. But this last part felt very cinematic and like brooding. I honestly like didn't know what to expect from this album. I knew it was going to be good, but I didn't know it was going to be this good. Let's move on to track 7, Robot Voices. Got the bass coming in. Feels very new wave. Feels very 80s.
They keep me company. The robots and machines in my room. And understanding.
I like the very different sort of like processing that's on Tyler's voice. It's got a very stiff saturation to it. And it sounds very like held back, or like kind of like the Strokes. It reminds me of the Strokes. It's very like crispy and like distorted, kind of that garage rock type of thing. And we also got some like 80s new wave type thing happening with the instrumental here.
The beeps and tones they make. The only advice I take, the inside jokes are left.
Ooh, did you guys hear what was going on with that counter melody? It was like a vocoder Daft Punk thing, just kind of syncopated with what the main vocal was singing on the straight beats. This one was on the off beats, or kind of like on the little dotted eighth. Oh, vocoder. I'm hearing this guitar like shank thing. I'm also hearing a really low bass kind of coming in as it pleases, and then going back to a regular bass tone. So that's kind of cool. And another thing that I wanted to point out is the cymbals back there are going running through like a flanger or like a phase filter, kind of making it displace itself amidst the stereo field, just to add a bit more of like a tinny like robot effect to it when it comes to the processing.
Half-drawn blinds, casting lines on the floor as my metal friend flashes in time. The daisy chain power strips generating a newfound loneliness, so I'm waiting for the changes.
Wow. Oh, there it is again. Do you hear that like scream in the background? Just kind of like trying to peak up over the volume of everything. What's going on here, guys? Again. Oh.
When I met you, I found you safe and warm, and the robot voices would reassure me.
So kind of a cool thing. So I don't know what the implication of like the robot in the song is supposed to be, but I do like that there's a lot of machine processing and there's a lot of like use of vocoder, a lot of use of hard tuning, a lot of use of different sort of modulating effects, really across the board on multiple instruments and the vocals. And we hear the main hook at the end here, not using those processing things, maybe to add or bring back the human element, which is kind of a cool thing. Let's move on to track 8, Center Mass.
Softer than I used to be. Used to mouth off often with artillery. Now when his cough drops in soft spots in the middle seat. Right this way. Chivalry. A tighter space than I used to know. Spread out wide no more. Pinch my shoulders close. Hoping they misplace my reservation. Right this way. Okay. I know. You said you made it to the top. I lied.
I love almost like we all remember Saturday from Skilled and Icy, right? I love the Saturday like background vocals coming into the fold here. And also like them being used as like a call and response, like Tyler's having a conversation with himself or a group of people that the background vocals are representing. Oh yeah, we got that funk in this one.
I pull on my shirt sleeve to cover half of my hands. Bring my arms closer to my body. Get as small as I can. They call it center mass. That part they aim for. Shrink it down to nothing and forgetting what the pain's for. I pull on my shirt sleeve to cover half of my face. Bring my arms closer to my body. Get as small as they say. They call it center mass. That part they aim for.
How do we go from like funk to alternative rock so smoothly? Like I almost didn't even notice we were in a different part of the song. I just thought we were just singing and enjoying the ride. Like I love when everything in a song is just glued together so well and just seamless.
Right this way, if you're frustrated, your first mate in the way.
Love it. I absolutely love it. Ooh. In the background vocals, there's one that's like saying different stuff. I can't really make it out right now, but it's cool because it's doing a different rhythm. It's like hidden beneath all of those layers. It's just awesome.
I pull on my shirt sleeve to cover half of my hands. Bring my arms closer to my body. Get as small as I can. They call it center mass. That part they aim for.
Ooh, do you hear that lead synth back there? It's like taking up a lot of the reverb. It's like, and it's like doing a bunch of portamento slides.
And forgetting what the pain's for. I pull on my shirt sleeve to cover half of my face. Bring my arms closer to my body. Get as small as they
Vocal
say.
melody is
They call it
beautiful.
center mass. That part they aim for. Shrink it down to nothing and forgetting what the pain's for. That part they aim.
There we go. We got the drum show back, guys. Oh my god. Dude, they're going nuts with this like rock sound that they're like pushing on this album. Like, okay, we've talked about it already, but across their albums, they've added more and more of it to their sound. But on this, it's nutty. They'll like bring it to the table when like I'm not expecting it, and it's just boom, rock break, and just like scream vocal, screamy yelly vocal. It's just so good. It's so 21 Pilots, and it fits their sound so well. Again with these smooth transitions here. I want to know how they just make such great songs. Like the atmosphere of a 21 Pilots song is just so good, and it's just gotten better with each album. Like how like I don't get it. Like I'm jealous. Like they're just so good at making songs. Track 9 Cottonwood. This might be the ballad of the album. We had The Craving on Clancy. This might be the ballad. Ooh.
Can't believe you're gone for good. Someone chopped you down. Thought you'd just fall in the woods, but she heard that sound. No, I don't remember last we spoke. No, I don't remember.
Are we getting the line vibes here? I thought the line was so great. So I have a bit of a story about that. I know it's not on this album, so why talk about it? But I'm going to talk about it because I want to. So The Line is a very good song. It was off of the Arcane soundtrack, and 21 Pilots made it for the Arcane soundtrack, I'm assuming. What I loved about that song is I didn't expect it. So I was sick for like 3 days straight around the time that the Arcane episodes were coming out. The last ones. So I was just sick on the couch, just feeling like horrible. I couldn't even work on stuff, couldn't even do anything. I was just playing Final Fantasy and just laying on the couch watching Arcane. And all the songs on the soundtrack were just so good, so fitting for just the whole vibe of what was happening in Arcane. And then, I don't want to spoil anything, but when something happens in Arcane and the line starts playing, I literally felt so emotional. I was just like, oh my God, what am I watching? And that song has such an incredible arrangement, such a great composition, and a spectacular vocal performance by Tyler. And I feel like this kind of resonates with that a little bit. Let's see how it explodes coming up. I didn't want to pause again, but those whisper vocals coming in on the side. Before I have to mention it before I forget. There's like a snare roll happening, like the snare hits and there's like just a really quick process that's like EQ'd and compressed behind the snare, and it sounds so cool. It's Do you hear those like little vocal like chop atmosphere things just kind of building up back there? Like they're on a sampler pad just going wah, 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 and the volume's like going up. It's creating this big, tense, still chilled out atmosphere, but it's really tense. I have a feeling the guitars and the synths are just going to come in and just explode this song. Oh, no. Dude, that synth started off over here and then it traveled over to this headphone, and it's like this really nice little like serum lead. It's just like bam, 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 bam. Oh. That was so cool. That would be a really cool, like if they had like 21 Pilots, but it's lo-fi beats. That would sound so great if it was lo-fied. I'm just saying. Like it would sound so beautiful with that chord choice. Let's move on to track 10, One Way. Lavish 2.0. It's got that like same shuffle to it. I like the repetitions of the one-way vocal, but I also like the weird like Christmas bell like vocal layer thing that's going bop, bop, bop. That's really sweet. Perfect sense of ear candy. And I'm going to put the definition to ear candy here for those of you who don't know. But ear candy is essentially like just neat little sounds to keep you interested. Kind of like that synth line that I really liked in the last song, Ear Candy.
Take back who I was before. If it's no, then all my dreams have not been interesting in a while. This has not been interesting in a while. Wow, wow. I wanted to fly, but they say a system's coming in. The to me keeps getting.
We like went up in key a little bit with those harmonics and the bass line, and now we're back to where we were. I think we're back in the opening key.
And then this is a long way, one way, one way, one way, one. I wanted to fly, but they say it says down.
I'm not opposed to one way going into Days Lie Dormant, but it does feel like quite a vibe change. And
okay, so the next song is called Days Lie Dormant. So I love kind of the breaking the fourth wall of musicianship here, where he's like, yeah, the next song's gonna be kind of a vibe switch. We could try it, we'll play around with it. That's funny. We'll see how much of a vibe switch it is. But first, let's talk about that song a little bit. I like it because it kind of feels like a nice little in-between. It's a nice little chill song after we just went through a whole bunch of different emotions in this whole middle part of the album. I don't think we've really had a chance to breathe since Garbage. Garbage was really the last song we were just kind of like, even Cottonwood was very intense for being a chill song. Yeah, let's see how Days Like Dormant sounds. It's just like a super fast version of like a Harry Styles As It Was type beat, you know, with the ride hits like. like those guitars and the synths though. Okay. Oh. This is such a cool fusion of a lot of their different sounds. I'm getting Midwest Indigo. I mean, dude, it just goes on. I could literally geek out about this band like for a very long time. It's good. I love it. It's very high energy. It's very, it's kind of channeling their My Chemical Romance roots and inspirations in a way with the very fry rock heavy vocal, but you also have still the poppy electronic sounds in the background. It's just genius. It literally hits all the right notes for someone like me who loves genre blending.
My days lie dormant, 'cause I just can't afford it.
Oh.
Waste my time inside a place you're not. Don't make me waste my love. It's everything I've got.
It's probably symbolism, but I wonder if days lie dormant because I can't afford it literally means because, you know, life's too expensive. Going out with the family costs an arm and a leg. Doing things that you really want to do costs money, and you got to make money to do anything. So it's like, if all that money's going to rent and food, you kind of don't have a whole lot to play with after that. So I can relate. Felt the need to do that after hearing that. That sounded like this, like Legend of Zelda Ocarina. I got at a Ren fair somewhere. There's a schooler in my sound.
It looks so much warmer there, and I should try Topo Chico and get some more sun. But yeah, say with your face something else altogether.
Ooh, nice drum work.
I just can't afford it.
Oh, dude. Nice lyric change.
My momentum's important to waste my time inside a place you're not. Don't make me waste my love. It's everything I've got.
I don't know what I was expecting, but here's our key change. Maybe it's not a key change, but it's like a big energy shift. So good, so catchy. That gives us something to talk about on this channel that we haven't covered yet. So that's like I think it's called a tempo roll off, where like your song is like at one speed, but for the end you like lower the tempo and go bam, 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 ba-da-da-da-da. Like you slow things down as your song's sort of exiting. It's kind of an older method of writing music, but it's still awesome nonetheless. Let's move on to track 12. Days Lie Dormant, I'm going to be listening to that a lot. I'll tell you that right now. That's going to be my new washing dishes song. Let's move on to track 12, Tally. Oh, tally man, tally me banana. Ooh, I like the ride hits right there.
I lost my rank and title. I turned my back on it. Sold it all at a discount. I wanted to progress things. I wanted my soul set free. Lost it all at a discount.
Why does it sound like old 21 Pilots and new 21 Pilots just clashed and had a baby? Because we have like Tyler's old way of singing, like the more poetic, like sitting in the middle of the note spectrum kind of thing, where it's like rap singing in a way, or it's like poetry singing, poetry rap singing, I guess. And then we have like the newer sound of like the bass and the loud like pedals and compression and stuff. So it feels like you took their old music and their new music and just squashed it together.
You and I both know this sound is story, 'cause we've seen it several times. It's kinda hard to know, is there a point at all, or should we cut the line?
Ooh, I like those glitch textures. So can I give this song a nickname? This is Happy Dirty Soul. It's not Heavy Dirty Soul. It's happy, so it's Happy Dirty Soul because it's got that same groove, that same pace. It's upbeat. What a cool little fusion for them. Also, the synthesizer game on this album is so good. The like layering of all these synths, it's so good. I mean, that's what happens when you got Tyler and Paul Meany on production together. It's just gonna happen. I'm not shocked by it. Like I'm not like, whoa, but I'm still just like, it's just great. Like the layering is just done so well. Oh, nice. Nice vocal break. I like how they've taken the counter melody from the chorus and made like a whole bridge out of it, or like, I don't even remember if that was from the chorus, but this like secondary hook, they're pushing it and really making it like the second hook in the second chorus of the song. Oh, that was cool. So we went to like the soaring like mixed voice technique belt. I don't know. You guys tell me what it is. I'm not a vocal coach or a vocal analysis, but like I'm not good at vocal analysis. I just know some techniques here and there. That was crazy. That was awesome. And then not only that, but we had like the drum fill was supposed to be probably like really big, but they minimized it and almost like hyper popped it in a way. They just like put it in a box and then had it like really explode the energy right after that with the swoop. Oh. Killing the drum work, man. "21 Pilots" does not disappoint, man. We're on the last song now, track 13, Intentions. And I just want to say, like, I mean, even if this last song disappoints, this album has been a treat. It has been a great evolution of the band. I'm going to reiterate that when we're done. Let's just go into it. I want to hear it. I want to finish this experience. Oh, we got some reverse pianos bringing the song in. I love that. It's a short song, so we'll see how this plays out.
I am starting it all again. Did I learn a thing? In time
that's so pretty.
Intentions will set you free. Just try to be.
What an ominous outro from this album. I feel like that teases either future stuff that they want to work on, or they just wanted a very mysterious ending to the story, or it's going to be like a Kendrick Lamar Damn situation where they're going to release a deluxe version of the album or a collector's version where that is supposed to be the introduction and City Walls is supposed to be the outro. Like the whole album is meant to be played in reverse type of thing. Yeah, I really liked that. That was a great album. And here's the thing, I went into it going, oh, this is gonna be good, I'm gonna have fun, we're gonna film it for YouTube, blah 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 blah. I liked it more than I thought I would. Like, looking at the track list, when I first looked at the track list, I had an idea in my head as to what every song was gonna sound like, and I was proven wrong on pretty much all of it. I mean, it was just great music. What I like about 21 Pilots is they've carved a unique sound out for themselves, all comprised of their influences. I mean, to me, all of their projects are worth listening to, and they're just very good projects. Some are better than others, in my opinion, but as a whole, they're a very solid band. Whenever I meet someone and they say that their favorite band is 21 Pilots, I'm like, yeah, that's a pretty solid option. I mean, you have a lot of variety to listen to in their catalog, and they're just great musicians. They, like I said, they know how to write very catchy choruses. They know how to package things a certain way. They know how to not overcompensate and put sounds where they belong in a mix. And I think there's a lot to be recognized when it comes to that kind of stuff. They will probably always be one of my favorite bands. I mean, I know I said I'd put them in my top 20. I don't know. After hearing this album, I might want to nudge them up there a little bit. I love it because they're pop, they're rock, they're electronic, they're hip hop, they're everything in between. They literally are such a versatile band. And I think this album really proved that and brought that home even more than it's already been explained to me. So, oh man, if I had to like rank this, I mean, I don't know. I just heard it. Like, everything from them is a classic to me, even Clancy, even though it just came out like a little over a year ago. So we'll see how well this album holds out with time. I mean, it already has a couple of songs which I would think are some of 21 Pilots' best works, in my opinion. Some of their most mature work is on here, and some of their best, most versatile work is on here, I would say, which if we were having this conversation last year, I would say that about Clancy. So it just goes to show how with each album they push it forward, and the production was great. It left me stunned without words for a good amount of it, and I appreciate you guys for sitting through that with me. I'm interested to hear your thoughts as well. Please let me know what your thoughts are. And also, again, thank you guys so much for engaging, and I look forward to seeing you guys this Friday for our next big video. Thank you guys so much. Have a great rest of your day.